Good afternoon, everyone. It is a joy to be here and to share with you my light, my love, and wisdom that have taken place through spiritual teachings and my own personal soul evolution during the 47 years of my spiritual journey. Tonight's session is about how to distinguish the ego mind voice, which is personality, with that of the soul. The voice of ego is the image that we have created of ourselves. It's the way we defined who we have made ourselves to be through our thoughts, through our views, our values, our culture. The ego is the mask that we create when we are not honest to ourselves because we want to please others. Whatever comes from our human personality, such as our gender, our titles, our roles, is related to our emotional ego. The ego enjoys being validated, such as I'm the world's greatest medium, or the greatest philosopher, or doctor, or singer, etc. The ego gets hurt very easily when it doesn't get its own way, or when people put us down, or they try to harm us or offend us. The ego creates thoughts based on, I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, or I'm not beautiful, I'm too old, I can't do that. This is ego voice talking to us. It is not the soul self communicating with us. So anything that the thought mind says about me is related to the ego. The main role of ego is to help us to survive on this earth and to protect us by defending us in fighting back when people want to hurt us, or with those who stand in our way for our personal success in life. Ego lashes out when it has to express its feeling rather than speaking gracefully without yelling or screaming. The ego takes pleasure in passing judgment, in criticizing other people. It loves to talk about itself. It's full of itself. Sometimes the ego will create the worst scenario in order to have what it desires. It's always quick to pass judgment, and it craves for glory, for satisfaction. It craves for compliments and rewards. The ego loves to be right all the time, and it hates to be questioned, and it doesn't like to be told what to do. And it loves to feel victimized because it gets attention from people. People feel sorry for you. They come and help you. They bring you food. They're having pity on you. So the ego is in its glory when it has attention from other people. So we need to always realize that it is our emotions when we are having a feeling about something that is going to make us feel insecure, such as we're going to feel as if we're going through an anxiety attack, or we're afraid of flying, or spiders, or any kind of certain animals that intimidate us. This is a panic disorder that we have brought on by fear, which may be coming from our subconscious mind due to past experiences that we have gone through in life. Or it may be a conditioning of our present moment and how we choose to see and accept things that doesn't resonate with us. Emotions have an influence on us on how we live and interact with other people, as well with the choices that we make, the actions that we take, and the perception that we have are all influenced by emotions. Every emotion or feeling that we create is stored in our subconscious mind. And when we're trying to heal and release those emotions, we need to work both at the conscious and the unconscious level so that we can uproot these emotions and delete them. In order to do that, we must vibrate at a higher vibrational energy. Because if we're not vibrating at a higher vibrational energy, we are not able to release them. For instance, if you're in a state of anger, how can you heal the anger feeling? It's not possible. So sometimes we need to pay attention on how we voice our feeling. And the emotions part of us usually says, an example, I am so angry at you right now. What we need to do is think first who we are and where we come from. Then, when we have realized who we are, the right expression would be, I am noticing that my emotions are very angry with you at this time. Doing this, you are defining yourself as to who is reacting in the moment. It's not the soul us, it is the emotion of our personality that is reacting. Let us take a moment as to remind ourselves what are some of the positive emotions that we have. I would feel that excitement is one of them, love, caring, empathy, compassion, happiness, surprises, tears of joy. These are all positive emotions. But what are some of the negative sides of emotions? Sadness, depression, anxiousness, fear, anger, guilt, anticipation, intimidations, threats, competitions. The voice of the ego presents itself to be strong and direct and very authoritative in our mind. When we say, this is the way I want you to do it, we are obliging people to follow our method rather than giving them other options such as, I think this would be the best way. What do you think? Allowing people the freedom to be who they want to be and to choose what they feel is best is more satisfying to our soul self, so that we are living in the seat of the soul and allowing the soul to lead our personality instead of vice versa. Emotions carry deep power to stop us from realizing and recognizing the truth. When the ego mind is operating from a place of duality, it makes us feel inferior or superior rather than being in harmony with our being. So it's very important to be able to take attention or to become aware on how we talk to ourselves so that we are able to correct the situation the moment that we realize that it's not the right way. We all have demeaning thoughts, and they should be thoughts that we need to release to positive thinking. We need to redirect our mind and our action to positive behavior, to positive attitude. So each time that we feel a voice in our mind that wants to be better than other people, or talks about others in a negative way or in a judgmental way, or that voice tells us to control situation or people. It makes us feel that our truth is better than others. It is the ego mind speaking to us. As long as we live in a physical human form, we will always have ego expressed through us, because ego is part of the human nature. When our body dies, our ego dies also. So it's very important to realize that the ego has the capacity to be constructive or destructive, depending upon the intention or the desires that it's being created from. The ego voice usually comes from the front forehead of our brain, or in our temples or on the temple sides, which tells us that it is the physical mind that is in the driver's seat. Anything that happens on our left side is the female energy, the energy that nurtures our body, our emotions, our intellect. As well, it supports us on how to nurture other people. So when we are in pain on the left side of our body, it is letting us know that we have hurt our body, we have hurt our heart, we have hurt our emotions, because we didn't give ourselves the freedom to be or to express what we thought was good in ourselves to others, as well as to ourselves. Very often you'll find that the left brain hemisphere is about the masculine energy, the energy that is the adventurer, seeking the experiences on earth through its own truth, through its own light and its own love. The masculine energy is the guide and the protector of our body and our journey. It is always there inspiring us at any given moment when we are in need of clarity or direction in our life. Our masculine energy is about keeping balance with the female energy. So when we have the balance between the two, then we are living in alignment with our personality as well as with our soul self. So any pain that comes on the right side of your being is that you have hurt your soul, your spirit, because you have not done what you wanted to do by expressing yourself as to be sincere to the heart of your being. In other words, you have kept your soul in prison in order for you to do what others wanted you to do, or because you were intimidated about what others think of you. So it was so easy for you to live in a way that pleased other because of culture, traditions, or set, values of what the family tie holds. So this is the difference between the right pain and the left side pain. The right is the intuitive mind. The left is the human self, the ego and the personality. Now that I've spoke to you about the ego voice, personality, I would like to speak to you about the soul voice. The voice that comes from our soul mind is always calm, loving, soft, and gentle. It never pushes. It never demands. It's never rude or arrogant as it's releasing its thought voice messages. It does not instill in us any fear or insecurity or any anxiety. Our soul does not communicate with words. It does not have languages, but it has feelings, and it communicates with symbols that expresses through our thoughts and our intention. Just as in our dreams, we need to learn to interpret the feelings that we had in the dream rather than the dream itself, because it is the feeling that is giving us the message that our soul is transpiring to our human brain. We must also remember that we are not thoughts. We are the energy vibration that is listening to our thoughts. In other words, we are the observer of that which is happening. The voice of the soul is mostly felt not only in our thoughts, but mostly in our stomach. It's in the pit of our third chakra, because the stomach area is the seat of the soul that communicates with the emotions of our human form. Whatever our soul does, it does it for love. It does it for the sake of being good. The soul doesn't want to be noticed on what it is doing. It doesn't want to be receiving compliments on how well you have done what you did. Our soul never seeks rewards. Our intuitive mind doesn't get disappointed with other people for being who they want to be. Our intuitive mind has a tendency to forgive and forget very easily because it is accepting of others as they are. The things that we love the most, that we call our passion, comes from the soul self. When we love and respect ourselves, it is the soul us that is present in our personality. When we are channeling the voice of our soul through our thoughts, it is calm and graceful. And there is no rational thinking taking place while we are channeling our soul telepathic thinking into our physical form. So when we are receiving this message, it makes more sense than the logical mind, because there's a deep, deep feeling of knowingness, of certainty, of clarity that transpires through our whole body and through life itself in this physical plane. So always remember that the intuitive mind is the ability to understand what is right without the rational mind interfering. So it sends a strong current of energy into our body that we cannot deny because it is stronger than our human feelings. So when we are connected to our soul, mind, thoughts, there is no anxiety, there's no insecurity, there is no doubt, there is no fear. And there's only clarity of direction, healing, guidance, and answers to what we've been asking or to what we are in need in that moment. I'd like to use an example such as what is soul connection. Many of us, including myself, have gone through many experiences in life when you thought of someone, or you wanted to call someone, but you never got the chance to do it. Minutes later, that person calls you and you answer, I was just thinking of you. Or you're in a place, in a mall somewhere, and your thought is saying to you, I have a feeling that I'm going to meet so and so here. Minutes later, you meet that person in the same place where you are. That is soul connection and soul communication. The universe is inside the soul, and the soul is inside the universe. And we are all interconnected with one another. So we communicate through each other on a soul level. Many people also have a communication with their soul through chills in their body. These chills is that your soul is letting you know that whatever discussion is being said around you, your soul is agreeing to that discussion. Or if you are talking about something, or you're giving an advice to someone and you're having a chill take place in your whole body, your soul is confirming to your human mind that it is agreeing with you on what you are saying. So these chills are a form of communication from the personality to the soul self. Some people also have a soul communication through a breeze of a wind around their face. And that breeze takes place when you are thinking of something, or you're talking to someone, or about someone who has passed on, and there's no windows that are open around you. There's no breeze that is coming through a door. And it just happens to be for splits seconds that you get this breeze. It's letting you know that that person that you're talking about, that soul, is very present in your surroundings. Sometimes also people have a ring in their ears. That ring is saying, the soul wants to talk to you, but you're hard of listening because your mind is always at a chit-chat conversation that it doesn't stop, and it makes it difficulty for the soul you to communicate to you. So other people also find that communication takes place in the back of their head. They hear a voice in the back which sounds like their voice, but it is the voice of the soul self that is transpiring itself in giving you a message that you need to hear because it is important for you. So many of us go through many different methods of experiences in order to have that soul communication. But whatever works for you, it is the method that is for you at this time. So, but you can better that communication through your meditations, through your state of attunement, such as you recognize that you're not a physical body, that you are a spiritual energy being, having a temporarily earth experience, and that you are the life source energy that transpires life energy through your thoughts, through your emotions, through your body, etc. Once you have come to realize that, then you're able to easily channel your higher self. When the personality us has changed and is living in the spiritual nature of us, then the soul you is always present in every moment. But when the personality has made itself to be better than the soul, or it is still vibrating at lower frequencies of vibration, it is difficult for us to vibrate in the soul communication. So we must learn on how to detox our negative energies in order to have what we desire in knowing who we are and what our life is all about. Now that I've mentioned to you the pros and the cons, or what the soul energy is and what the personality is, I am sure you're thinking, we know this now, but how can we prepare ourselves for the intuitive communication? Well, first, I would like to suggest that you start meditating daily, whether it is in the morning or before going to bed. It doesn't matter, as long as you keep it at the same time. Because when you respect the same time, you are demonstrating to your soul you that you are dedicated and loyal, and that you are sincere and honest to be able to become a better individual, so that you can experience greater facets of your existence. But before meditation, you need to clear your mind of every negative thought. Then you create a wall of light, a wall of love, and a wall of self-protection from any negative vibrational energies that you created or that you have accepted into your space. You slow down your thought through your breathing, and then when your mind is quiet, you begin your meditation by breathing gently. And as you breathe in, you always reaffirm that you are the breath of divine life that is perfect, whole, and divine. And as you exhale that breath, you are choosing to release all the toxins of your energies, such as your anxieties, your illnesses, your fears, your insecurities, your doubts, etc. When you're doing the breathing rhythm of in and out, very often the physical mind would get in and it scans on what has happened during the day. The physical mind likes to interfere all the time because we have given it permission. And that permission is that it controls our thoughts, rather us controlling the thought. So whenever you feel that your mind is entering and interfering, don't get upset. Just stay calm and tell yourself, I am in charge. And every time you say the word I am, it's not about me. It is about the soul you, the higher self that is in command with your human self. So you keep focus and alignment on your breathing by releasing the pains, you're releasing the sacrifices, or whatever resentments that you have or unforgiveness. And as you keep yourself focused, you will begin to feel the feelings of what you like and what you don't like. These feelings will always present themselves, as well as to where you want to go in life and what you want to do in life. In those moments, your feelings are letting you know who is in your life, if they are a good, positive support system to you. And when you are feeling that there are certain people in your life that do not reflect your values, your self-respect, your self-worth, it is for you to release these people with love but maintain them in your heart. But keep a physical distance from them, because these people have come to intimidate you, which is good to a certain level, because intimidation allows us the free will to choose who we want to be and what we want to express. But when it is carried over and over for months and years, then you have to choose to make a decision if you wish to continue to work at cleansing yourself at all time with these people, or if you wish to want to move forward and express a greater vastness of your journey so that you can be more aware and enjoy love, enjoy peace, enjoy happiness, enjoy success. So we always have the free will to decide what we believe is best for us at all times. In the beginning, you might feel that your meditation may not have been successful because you didn't reach your level of expectation. Never judge your meditations, because every time we meditate, it is very unique, very different to all other times, depending where our energy level is of that day. So certain days our energies are better than other days, but we must always accept whatever is the outcome of each meditation. Sometimes you will feel that in meditation you got a symbol of a person or a sign of something and you weren't able to define it. It's okay. It doesn't matter. Know that the next time you're going to meditate, the energy will continue where you left off, and it will continue to magnify until the bridge of communication between the higher you and the human you has completed itself. So your theme in meditation is, I am here and I invite my higher self into this moment so that I can know a greater vastness of who I am and where I come from. As well, I will be able to understand the purpose of my mission in this incarnation. And whatever you're going to receive, consciously or unconsciously, give thanks at the end of your meditation by telling your higher self that you are grateful, you are thankful, you are honored for these light energies and loving energies that have transpired through your being. And when you do that, you honor the moment of your existence that you are encompassed in body, mind, soul, and spirit, working for one cause, which is personal evolution and for the love of self. That's what meditation teaches us. But we can use meditation for different methods. We could use it for healing. We could use it just for detox. We could use it just for relaxation. We could use us to train our mind so that we won't be able to have any insomnia, etc. So it is up to us. But before you start the meditation, give out the theme of the purpose of your meditation so that your higher self can work with you according to the theme that you have set forward. So always be grateful of this divine light that transpires through you, that has refreshed and re-empowered you in that moment. And never let your doubt mind say to you, I didn't get anything in meditation. Maybe I didn't do it right. Maybe it wasn't the right time. When these thoughts come to mind, It's because it is your ego emotions putting you down, that you're not good enough, because it's a part of your behavior, of your attitudes. So when we are working, always know that we are working for the sake of the work and not for the expectations that we would love to see. If it happens, fine, accept it. If it doesn't happen, accept it and know that in the spirit realms, it is still working to fulfill its accomplishment before it is transpired to the human form. So as we practice more and more, we become better at building this communication with our higher self. So remember that there is no magic wand that we can give to someone else that says, here, I'll give you the power to do what you want to do. It doesn't exist. The power is in the practice. The power is in the work that we do by accumulating our confidence, our trust in ourselves. So as we do that, then we are using our soul potentials and abilities to transpire, all right, what we are at work with. And in meditation, I want you to know that very often before you start meditating or during the meditation, you may yawn a couple of times. Some people may think, why am I yawning? I'm too tired to meditate. This is physical mind that is becoming present in your surroundings. The yawning that takes place in the meditation is that the soul us is working with the intention of the purpose of that meditation, and it is empowering our multi-dimensional vibrations of our body, mind, and soul to be in equilibrium with our higher self. You may yawn when you are giving energy to someone. That is what we call soul prana energy. And you should never block your mouth when you are working and giving healing or you're praying for someone. Don't block that breath, because in that breath lies the power that we don't see physically, that belongs to our higher self, that contains this prana, which is the energy life force that builds, heals, reconstructs, restores that vibrations, or those vibrations rather, to divine life and to divine creation. When we are feeling tired after a meal, or we sit down in a couch, or we might be bored, that yawning is very different. That is being bored, being tired. But in the meditation, that is soul working energy through the breath of your human life. So I encourage you all that though you may know all the wisdom, or the wisdom of what one should do and should not do, but begin to practice it, because in practicing it, you will define yourself better on who you are. And by doing that, you will begin to discover that spiritual essence of the real you, the real identity in which our Creator created us from, to be His image and likeness. So I thank you for the opportunity in listening to me, and please know that this is just my wisdom that I am sharing with you. And in no means am I here to convert anyone or to change your belief. But if it makes sense to you, then allow yourself to apply it in your daily life. If it doesn't make sense to you, then just push it aside so that at a later date, you will come to understand what you heard years ago. So from my heart to your heart, I love you and I thank you and I bless you.